What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Aldious. Yes, indeed. Aldious Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bop, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Zachary Loomis, and this is actually Zach's prioritized request for the month of August for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Zach. Hope you enjoy the show, man. Zachary wanted to see me react to this. It is Aldious with a song called Desolate Love.
You sentimental drivel poop.
Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hold it, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Okay, this is a full show, apparently, and Zach has given me this link to use. It's a private link, though, so it will not be down in the video description, just letting you all know that ahead of time. I'll have the start times after we, get into the actual reaction. I'll have those for you, but yeah, this was posted by private link, and as a result, I have no idea how many views it has, so I don't know if it'll get you there or not. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link for the original video will not be down in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Aldious District 0 Tour, live at Shibuya O East, 2080p. I was told by Zachary he wanted me to start at 35:46. That's exactly where we're at. And I'm supposed to end at 40:15. So, well, I will obviously do my best to hit that mark, but yeah, I'm not doing too good on hitting marks lately. So I guess we'll have to wait and see how that part goes. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Do it, double time. I like those triplets. Dun, 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 dun. I like that. I like that. Good way to transition into the next phrase. I also like how they're using it like to set up the beginning of each phrase out of the transition. So like the intro, for example, dun dun dun. I like that. And then dun dun dun. I like those accents, those triplet accents. Very nicely done. For the most part, this is a very atypical Aldious style song. You got the double kick going within the drums, straight ahead pattern. I mean, it's a very, very straight ahead drum pattern, 2 and 4, straight time feel. Guitar works very nice. I like the harmonizing that's already happening. Guitars are sounding nice and thick and full, but not as high up in the mix as I'm used to hearing them, which is allowing the bass to kind of come through a little bit more, which I appreciate. The other thing that's kind of standing out to me in this song is the vocal approach from all parties involved. A much more relaxed approach, a much softer approach. And that's not just from the lead vocalist, that's from the harmonizing vocals as well. It's a nice contrast to the feel of the song. And here's the thing. They're balancing that they're really walking that razor's edge, man. They really are. They're really kind of balancing between having that softer, more relaxed approach, but at the same time, still fitting within the context of the drive and the energy and the feel of the song. That's not an easy wire to walk, man. It really isn't. And they're doing a fine job of it so far. Let's see if that maintains through the rest of the song. Other guitar player? No? Well, then she'll get the next one. I just let it go. She'll get one. Lots of triplet access. Dun 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 dun. Shoot, I was off by 3 seconds. dun 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 dun, and then hold, and then dun 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 at the end. Nice ending. Solid ending. I mean, you clearly knew the song was ending. There was no deviation there at all. Not a lot to talk about. I already said pretty much everything I need to say during the course of the reaction. So this may get a short review. I don't know. We'll have to kind of wait and see how that one goes. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Aldious with Desolate Love. This was a request from Zachary Loomis, and this was actually Zachary's prioritized request for the month of August for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Zach. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. Not really a lot to talk about, if I'm being honest. I said everything I really needed to say during the course of the reaction, so gonna hit a couple of bullet points, and we're probably gonna be out of here in under 5 minutes. Then again, you know how I roll, and sometimes I go off on a tangent. Next thing you know, we're here for 15 to 20. So who knows? Who knows? But I'm gonna try to keep it short.
Yeah, right.
Let's start off with the score here first. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that a 7.7. Yep, 7.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, the 7.7. What does that mean? Well, a 7.7 would translate to a really good skill rating, so I think it's a really good song. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. So there you go, a 7.7, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Okay, listen, I've heard more impressive songs from Aldious. I have, okay? So I'm not gonna sit here and say this is the most impressive song I've heard from them. On the flip side, there were some things about this song that did stand out, so I'm not gonna sit here and say that this is your typical Aldious song across the board, because there was a couple of differences. The big thing for me that I noticed right off the gun was the vocal approach. It was still supported, okay? There was still support happening. There was projection, but not as strong as we've heard from them in the past. But that's okay, because they were intentionally going for a softer approach, which I found it to be a really nice contrast to what was happening musically. I mean, this song was driving. I mean, it was the double kick was just constant. The snare on the 2 and 4 really helping to push the song forward. The song had energy. The song had drive. If they had came out and belted the song, would it have fit? Absolutely. It would have fit like a glove. But at that point, I would have said, it sounds like your typical Aldious song. You know, it's kind of sounding a little generic at this point, because they did take the softer approach on their vocals. Both vocalists, both the lead vocalist and the guitarist doing the harmonies, they both had that softer approach, and that was really nice. It was a nice contrast to what I was expecting and to what I've heard from them in the past. So it was nice to see this little bit of a difference than what we've seen from them in the past. So that was cool. Instrumentally, everybody sounded just fine across the board. I was a little surprised that all of the solo work and all of the lead guitar work was done by the guitarist over on stage left. The guitarist over on stage right, with the pink V, she wasn't really doing anything when it came to lead work. Now, she did some harmonizing, yes, but she never took the lead with her guitar playing. I was sitting here ready for it. Like during the guitar solo, I think I even said during the course of the reaction, okay, let me guess, we're gonna pass it off to the other guitarist now, and that didn't happen. Instead, the guitar solo ended, and I was okay. That's different. All right, that's cool. The other thing that really kind of stood out for me in the song was the mix. Guitars were actually pulled back in the mix ever so slightly, just enough for the bass to come forward into the mix during the verses. And I'm not going to sit here and say the bass player took the lead. I don't think she took the lead. The vocalist was clearly carrying the lead melodic line, but I will say the bass player came up with a nice counter melodic line to incorporate along with what was happening within the main melodic line that was being done by the vocalist. So it was a nice contrast. Not letting the guitar player do it, letting the bass player do it. That was cool. And the fact that they didn't turn the bass up in the mix, instead they pulled the guitars back. That was even better. I think that was a great choice. If they had brought the bass up in the mix, there is a chance with the vocalist being as reserved as she was being on purpose. There's a chance though, if they had pushed the bass up in the mix and kept the guitars up in the mix and brought the bass up to match them, they may have overpowered the vocalist, and that would not have been good. So very smart decision on the board's part to bring the guitars back in the mix without changing the bass. Now overall, this was really good. It was really good. A little bit of a departure from what I was expecting and what we've seen from Aldious in the past. So this was a nice, refreshing touch. It was. Would I say that this is a song that I would ever want to put onto a playlist? Maybe like for long drives. My drive into Vegas playlist. That's what I call it. My long drive playlist. Well, I'm gonna be driving for at least an hour each way. I call that my long drive playlist. Yeah, I might put that on there. But that's about it. I don't see it going on any of the playlist. But overall, still a really good song. I enjoyed it. I had a good time listening to it. And I got absolutely no problem giving it that really good score of 7.7. Gotta say also, those triplets, both at the end and the beginning, and all those little triplet fills they did, the accents, nice touch. Really nice touch. I'm a sucker for triplets. So yeah, 7.7, I feel good with that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We got a 7.7, which is a really good skill rating, 4 out of 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.